So it is that ash seeketh embers.
Hey there guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. I'm Kata Hain, and we're playing a little bit of Dark Souls 3 late night here. Just doing a bit of a Dark Souls marathon this weekend. Trying to finish the game up before Total Warhammer comes out, and some DLC for the Warhammer game Vermintide, the End Times. Really interested in playing those, and of course getting back to Stellaris, so here we are trying to wrap up Dark Souls 3. The reason we're at Firelink Shrine after gaining a level, I believe just the one, and upgrading our weapons and equipment a bit, buying some needed consumables, is that I wish to give to old, the priestess from Kareem. Of course I don't even remember her name and never have, but give her the Braille Tome of Lothric, and then carry on to see what's behind the boss fog there. I don't believe we gained anything else interesting to give to the residents of Firelink Shrine, so here we are, just giving her this.
Oh, sweet gently, please. Your touch, the little creatures.
Oh my dear. She is not going to adapt well to the new world order that we have planned when we finally take to the flame.
Oh, you brought me a Braille divine tome. Now I can tell you tales of miracles. Forever and ever.
Oh my dear, I feel like she's been corrupted wholly by the dark miracles we've enticed her to teach to us. It's given us blessed weapon, magic barrier, I think, perhaps, and I think it might be those ones, just those two. Well, my dear,
Now I can tell you
I'm
Please, I am frightened.
I am very concerned for you. And actually, you're starting to freak me out, so I'm gonna go over here, and I'm just gonna ignore that I ever corrupted you so fully with the darkness that eats away at the human psyche. And ignoring the past mistakes and the blood on our hands, let's travel to Dragon Barracks and, well, bathe our digits in a few more droplets of blood. Hopefully this boss won't provide as difficult as the Nameless King, because if that's the case, then, well, I'm probably not going to be able to beat it today. I could summon in some help, but that's not what we're about. Of course, the two dragons have been banished. They are no longer. The twisted, disgusting manifestation of rampant humanity that was possessing them has been destroyed, eradicated, and now the dragon's corpses are not even just lifeless, but no longer even there. Of course, we must be very careful of their clerics because they get healed from the clerics themselves. I think that the reference that the knights would never fall in battle due to the protections they were offered was not, in fact, from any gods or any divine blessing, but in fact from just having good clerics, man. I mean, you always need to thank your healer. No tank ever amounted to anything without a good healer. Alright. You fine gentlemen got a little bit too close to the forefront, and now you're going to pay the price for your errant folly. What do you... Alright, well, we'll just go for the backstab then if you want to present that fine booty to me. Alright. And I wonder if we can simply ignore this, or safely ignore this knight. He seems to be aggroed, though not for very long. Where am I? That's not where I wish to be. Ah, there we are. I missed the second flight of stairs, rather, I don't even have the word for it. I just missed it entirely. Let's avoid the boss fog and a little bit more of an explore around the castle. I didn't even realized that there was this side door here. Looks like an elevator. We're in some form of a chapel. That is highly likely a mimic. I picked up some Lloyd's talismans, so we'll whip one out here. No, in fact, it's not. How wonderful. Titanite scale. Though I am somewhat becoming sick of all of the upgrade materials, while it's pleasant to have them, I feel like at this point most, if any, of all of your weapons that you would ever want to use would be completely upgraded by now. Wait, those two knights. Oh, I see. Those are the two knights that were inspecting the corpse and we took the item off of and it wasn't anything too interesting. Ah, the red tearstone ring. Another to add to our growing collection. Ring set with a large, rare tearstone jewel. Temporary boost attack when HP is low. It is said that there is said to be a tear of mourning of the goddess Catha, and of course, tears are always more beautiful near death. If we can get a bit of a sneak peek of the boss beyond the fog wall, but clearly there's an indication here that we do have to travel past it in order to progress further into the castle. Let's throw on our silver cat ring and just make the fall here nice and gentle. Oh, that was close. As much as the silver cat ring will protect us, it definitely will not protect us from that fall back down into the gardens of the consumed king. We'll keep it on for now, just for the time being. So we do have to make a little bit of a hop down and recover Catha's chime. A catalyst, or sorry, a talisman. Sacred chime blessed by Catha, goddess of tears, rare even amongst Karim clerics. Affected by intelligence, a rare thing for miracle catalysts, and also agreeable with miracles that lean towards the dark. Its existence is concealed in the name of the archbishop, as it is anathema. Well, that might work well for our oh dear, the textures. Might work well for our build, since we both like dark miracles and we enjoy high intelligence over our faith at the moment. Though I would enjoy to have faith raised up a little ways here soon, since of course pyromancy benefits from the scaling in both stats. That was a very bad drop down attack. We're going to be punished for it, I think. Take the double sips, get some large titanite shards and an ember. We are embered at the moment, and yet I have not received any invasions, which is quite nice. We're not going to deal with these guys. We're going to go back to the bonfire and just travel from there. I can't remember if using the Homeward Bone style items counts as having rest at the bonfire, replenishing your Estus. I think it does. Yeah, it appears to. But I am uncertain whether or not it revives the enemies of the region. I'm assuming it does so we might have to deal with the knights once more. Otherwise, we make ourselves a straight beeline for that fog wall. I know that there's an elevator nearby, but I think we should just simply peek beyond the veil if we can. Let's try to take out one of the healers before we get too busy with the Lothric Red Eye Knight. Oh, that was a close one. With his buff and that, that weapon buff, he can do quite a lot. And of course, he's gonna get a heal here. Alright, basically just restarting the fight. I feel like he can't pass this region, which of course is good for us. Oh, he might be denying me that assumption. Nope. There we go, he's done. And his dedicated healer goes down as well. Clearly they weren't communicating efficiently in TeamSpeak. They were just using they were using in-game text chat, those fools. You really need to set up your own vent server, or perhaps a Mumble or TeamSpeak if you want to get good at raiding. Yeah, there's no other way around it. Alright, so the long-dreaded moment has come where we peek beyond the fog wall and find ourselves horribly eviscerated by what foul creature lies behind. We can summon in Cirrus, actually. That's quite good. Why not? I mean, she has pledged herself to us eternally as a knight. Hey, Sirius. Hi. Oh, Sirius, you've got a bit of lag on you, I think. You need to get the higher bandwidth allocation, I think. And of course, we have all the others, the various players who wish to help us out. Well, let's try it. Oh, there was a dark spirit in our world. Dragonslayer Armour. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. This is Ornstein's armor come possessed? I am confused and terrified. Both equally. He doesn't take too much damage from the dark, which is unfortunate. And he doesn't seem to be staggered by it either, but of course, thankfully Sirius is tanking some of the aggro. So we need to make sure that she doesn't take too much of it. The other worry that we have is since we do have a summon in, he will have higher health. Oh. We need to be very careful here. Thank you, Sirius, for pulling aggro. My turn to return the favor. I wonder what those great beasties above have anything to do with this. Oh, he went for the shield bash. I wonder if my my katana will do anything effective to him. Oh, it does a decent bit, but being this close is quite dangerous. Oh, we did hit him with that. Draw a little bit of aggro again. I'm not interested in his phase 2. Oh, that was a good one. Alright, here comes his phase 2. Slamming his weapon down. Getting a buff. Oh, he's getting mucho aggressive with us now. Seems like his shield attacks have been upgraded with the lightning. This fight is, I think, very difficult with this summon since he has a lot of health now. I hear something else suspicious happening. And it looks like the... Oh, that is very cruel. It looks like the spirits of the sky are going to start raining down hellfire on us. Lovely. I feel like Sirius is in a lot of trouble. We definitely have to draw aggro for it. Otherwise she will die. Oh, she's gonna die. Yep, she's down. Which of course means that he's gonna have very high health and only be aggroed on us. Which is not good for me. That is some sort of a laser beam. They are now, as it seems, wielding orbital weapons of destruction. I feel like this is not exactly a reasonable response to attacking a lone swordsman on a bridge, but so it is. It seems like their Department of Defense has deemed it necessary to use orbital laser bombardments. Ow, I've been thrown things at. Alright, we'll try to just tango with him. Of course, it's still very difficult to deal with such a great warrior. Of course, if you know the dance, and you dance it well, you might just survive. We've got some sort of a laser beam coming in, I think. I can hear he's charging his laser. That is a very frustrating attack. I feel like he throws his weapon at us. We gotta watch out for the other laser beam. our stamina's keeping us alive here, thankfully. We are suffering a lot of enemy fire, and I'll have to admit that I am feeling a little bit nervous about this. I wonder if it is possible to kill his additions. That was a little bit bold. I feel like we went a little bit greedy there. Ah, I see. That's how he throws that at us. Alright. Well, now we know. Here comes the laser. It is somewhat regrettable that doesn't actually deal damage to him. Watch out for the next laser coming in. And he's going to be throwing his sweep attack caught us. Well, I think that it actually would be best if we take him on without the help of a spirit, as it seems that the HP scaling that he gains is much too high to deal with. Of course, Cirrus did help us out quite significantly in drawing aggro. I feel fairly confident in dealing with Dragonslayer's Armour's moveset without needing a Phantom to pull aggro for us. A dangerous beast indeed. I wonder perhaps if we can break his guard using the Morian Blade. Of course, the Morian Blade will be not doing as much damage, but it might be just worth it to have that guard break over the extra damage. If we can break his guard and riposte him, that would be quite the feat, though I feel kind of unconfident in asserting that we can do that. Let's pop an Ember and take it in. Alright. So it looks as though whatever those beasts are gave him some strength. And upon seeing that he's taking much too much damage, decided to come in and to, of course, assist him. Oh, okay, so we can't... Oh, he's not... Okay, he of course does not become happy when we try to guard break him. Oh, he tried to dunk us there. Oh, he's using that shield bash a lot more often now. I don't think I had seen him use it once in our previous fight. Let's try to move ourselves slightly away from him. Yeah, the dark magic, not doing very well. I think I would like to use my washing pole over the Morian Blade just so I can get that extra damage back. Oh, we parried him. Oh no, we didn't. We brought him into phase 2, that's what it was. Oh, he's gonna do a sweep. Alright, now the demonic angels come in. We should probably grab our souls. And try to avoid the... It's good that those the falling projectiles don't stagger us, otherwise this would be very difficult. I think we should just primarily focus on him I mean, of course, the angelic demons are a priority, but they're not, oh, so much a priority. You can hear them when they're charging up their laser beams and, of course, their bigger projectiles. And the smaller projectiles, I don't think, are too much of a concern. Oh, we got caught off guard there. Caught off guard there again. And almost again. We're a little bit too low on health now. Got a little bit greedy. But I think that's going to be necessary. Okay, they're calling in the big guns now, the laser beams. And he's calling in his sweep. Oh, and of course it caught us on the side. Very interesting enemy design, a boss design. Perhaps they almost like an unmanned set of armor designed to kill dragons? Is this some sort of Hulk buster, if one could say that? What should we switch off to? Chaos Blade with that S ranking on. Dex scaling is fantastic, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. I wonder perhaps if he is weaker to fire than he is to dark, as dark does not seem to do much at all. We'll unattune these. We'll grab our Great Chaos Fireball and perhaps our Karthus Flame Arc. And after that we will... Oh, of course we were using the Silver Cat Ring. We'll unequip the Silver Cat Ring, and unfortunately we're going to have to equip the Fire Clutch Ring. It's going to lower our resistances quite some. We're going to get off of the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring, and we're going to grab the Swamp Ring so it'll boost our pyromancies that much further. Of course, we'll avoid the Lothric Knights as we're doing the boss run, and go straight for the Fogwell. Just before the Fogwell, we'll pop a Ember so that we get that extra bit of health, and hopefully we'll be able to defeat him this time. He's dingling his bell. Doesn't care that I ran past him. He's just there to dingle the bell. That is literally what the clerics are for. Just ringing their chimes. Alright, we'll imbue with the Karthus Flame Arc. And we'll just rock and roll right in there. And see if the Great Chaos Fire Orb can help us out some. Oh yeah. This is a much better way to deal with him, I think. Staggered him, he's already into second phase. Doing a significant amount of damage. For someone who's a self-proclaimed Dragonslayer, being weak to fire is not exactly a looked for a looked for trait. Seems like you would really wish to be quite immune to fire, but perhaps he is simply a Mark 1. Although he has proved us quite wrong in our cockiness. I suppose when one boasts of his prowess too readily, that it is frequently shown to, well, falter in most instances. Of course, now I am very confident in his prompt defeat. I feel like the next attempt we make here will be the last, thankfully. And we can move on with our lives. Hello. They possess swords, and yet they do not use them in self-defense, nor in the defense of the castle. Whenever a time a sword becomes a ornament, how far society has fallen. Well, let's save all of our focus points for fireballs and just keep doing what we're doing. Staying clear of his attacks. Getting those fireballs in there. Especially on this 3-strike, it's very easy to set up an attack. Oh, and of course off the edge before we could get our souls. The hubris of man, pride goeth before the fall. I think there's a lesson here for me in my life, but I didn't seem to nary ever find it. Whatever it might be. I think perhaps we can run up that way, it might be quicker. No, I don't think that's the case. Well, perhaps I should say nothing of the next bout. Lest I jinx my progress once more. Lothric Knight, I have introduced you to the sacred art of the juke. You should learn well from that. But of course, they never do. Once more an ember. All the embers I've gained in this area, of course, are being spent as currency, as tokens to reattempt this fight. She'll take a green blossom. Oh, and take a hit right on the chin. Of course, we're frightened now and running, and the AI does recognize that. Of course, they go for those strikes that strike you when you're vulnerable. But if you know the distances, if you know the ranges, alright, he's already in phase 2. Oh, and of course he hit us. You want to get somewhat close to him when he's using that ability, as he'll send out a shockwave such as that. Thankfully we dodged it. This is going to hurt us quite badly. We must heal. And avoid the laser beams. Those laser beams remind me very much so of the Reapers from Mass Effect, indeed. Oh, you foul beast. How is it that a fight becomes more difficult as you play it? One might imagine that you would become better, not worse, through repetition. The first try is always the most fortunate, the most filled with good fortune for me. And every time I fight once more thereafter, I find my skill and my ability to inflict most damage, most grievous upon my enemies is limited. It drains very rapidly. Well, this time we will go in with the blossom already eaten. And perhaps we could almost summon in Cirrus. I feel like if we had Cirrus with this setup, we would do pretty well. Alright, and he's down into phase 2 once again. I must gain some more of my mana. Bait him into his 3-strike. I didn't need a roll there, but I did. The 3-strike is a very important attack to bait, as it leaves him wide open for the assault. These are the end times, Dragonslayer. Soul of Dragonslayer Armour. And you foul beast, fall. Disgusting abominations. And 64,000 souls. What a lovely reward. And we get to carry on. Let's have a look at the trophy we gained. That's not it. Soul of the Dragonslayer Armour. The Dragonslayer Armour, controlled by the Pilgrim Butterfly, lost its master long ago, but still remembers their sporting hunts. The Dragonslayer Armour, controlled by the Pilgrim Butterfly. So those butterflies, or perhaps not even. Perhaps those, what was flying around was not the Pilgrim Butterfly, but perhaps, something else that took the butterfly's place. But it lost its master long ago, but still remembers their sporting hunts. So was the Pilgrim Butterfly its master, or was the master somebody else, just being being controlled by the Pilgrim Butterfly? Well, in any case, it's been put to rest once more, and the beasties still skirt about in the sky. Well, oh, quite the foreboding place ahead of us. The Queen and the King? And another? Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to call this session of Late Night Dark Souls to an end. Thank you guys for joining me. Please leave a like or dislike as you see fit. Comment if you have any feedback, and of course, subscribe if you'd like to see more. I've been Kata Hain, you've been wonderful, and please, I'll see you in the next one.